There are three things a gay always needs.
Craziest thing happened to me today.
We gotta know the tea. We gotta keep the tea. We gotta be the best friend.
Guess who I saw on the dating app the other day?
I'm so glad that phones cannot talk, because if my phone could talk, the secrets that it would tell.
Wow, I really was blessed with good looks. Like, look at me.
Hello, everybody, gays, theys, girls. Welcome back to another episode of Good Day Gay Pod. Today we're talking main character energy, how to stop playing small. I am Russell Ray, one of your hosts, along with my co-host Pauly B. What up? Make some noise for Pauly B.
I love the live audience.
Remember when we had that hater that one time was like, no, you did not just, it was our first season. It was like, no, you didn't just make someone clap inauthentically. Yes, I did. And I make it clap all night long.
Make it clap, make it clap, make it clap.
Make it clap, make it clap. Okay, so we are talking about main character energy, how to get it, how to keep it, and how to stop playing small. But first, we are going to get right into our what's your main character moment of this week? Pauly B, what's your main character moment of this week? How did you know your main character? What was it this week that happened where you knew you were main character?
Well, that's what I was about to say, because you literally said in the intro, like, how to get it. Baby, I never had to get it. I always been main character energy.
Okay, I wasn't, so we'll chill.
Oh. No, okay, I lie. I obviously had to work up to main character energy, but like now that I am main character energy, I feel like I constantly live in main character energy. So every day there's this one street that I cross. Like every day there's this one street that I cross. I have my coffee in my hand. I'm wearing a different outfit every day. Like this week in Melbourne, it's been really windy, so I've had scarves on. And so, you know, I'm walking the street with my scarf and I'm like, this is main character energy right now. Like me confidently crossing the street of Melbourne like it's New York when really it's Melbourne. Like there's no traffic at 7 a.m. Like that's.
Oh, you're having a Sex in the City moment in Melbourne.
I have multiple Sex in the City moments every week, every day. I'm a Carrie. I'm the Carrie.
Come on, Carrie. Not Underwood.
Carrie Bradshaw. No, Bradshaw.
Bradshaw.
What was yours?
What
was yours?
My main character energy of the week is we went out for my sister's birthday. And we went to this event, which was a lot of fun. And a fight broke out. And we were with about 15 people. And I said, everybody move now. We're leaving. Let's get it. Go. And when I tell you everybody was moving and they all started walking, when I said, let's go, I was like, ooh, that's main character energy. I was like, we are moving because I said so. So
okay.
Our second with one was there was an issue that happened. This was not different events, issue that happened. And I got everybody under control, had the whole situation under control. Everybody was listening and moving when I said move. If I said go right, they went right. If I said go left, they went left. So I was like, this is the powerhouse that I'm talking about. Like, you know, I know when my place is to shine. I know that about myself. I don't always need to shine. I know how to shine. I know when to shine. There's situations where I don't care to shine.
Yeah.
And those two moments, I was shining like my forehead.
Shine bright like my forehead.
Shine bright like my forehead. Shine bright like my forehead.
So you really be speaking with authority today and with power. Power, honey. Power. I actually did have now that I think about it, because, and you know what, again, this is because I'm constantly living in main character energy, I just forget when I have main character moments. So this week I did have a main character moment. And it was, so I'm trying to get back into the routine of like going to weekly dance classes now. Yeah, so I went back to dance class last week and I went again this week, and it was a heels class and it was like floor routine, honey. Like floor routine, starting on the floor, like on a point, chest up. And there was
Heels
me.
is crazy. Like
Heels is crazy.
Heels is
Like, but
crazy because that I know I would have had bunions.
you have to really carry yourself with main character energy in heels. Like, it's hard. It's hard to have main character energy in heels because everybody in that room is trying to have main character. Is trying
I
to
feel
be the
like a
main
pair of
character.
heels though also it just instantaneously gives you main character energy. Like it's the twirl, it's the stop, it's the bop bop bop, it's the key, it's a
Oh, look at
scurry.
Carrie
It's the
Bradshaw.
scurry. Yeah.
Like, really, realistically, what is Carrie Bradshaw bringing to the show other than, well, one, the drama, because she really be the drama.
She
But
really is
then,
a
like,
drama.
but other than the drama, the only other thing she's bringing is her shoe collection, like her shoe and her bag collection. So yes, of course, fashion will give you that main character energy.
100%.
Mm, mm, mm. Mm. Mm.
Mm.
Mm.
So let's get into it. When you're playing small, where does it start and how does it show up?
See, again, like, we're gonna get personal here. So yeah, I've had like my moments of main character energy. I live in my main character energy, but there are moments where you can get into playing small and you can get into that small person sort of feeling. And I think that definitely comes with an energy, right? Because once you've found main character energy, once you've found your confidence, once you've found your stride, you can't stay in that forever, right? Like, no one is that strong to always constantly be on, if that makes sense. So I feel like playing small comes up when we're feeling in a place of vulnerability, and a place of vulnerability of like, I'm not good enough, if that makes sense.
I could see that. Like if you're walking to a room of West Hollywood gays and everyone's all Botoxed up and their skin is like this, and you're like, my skin isn't tight like that. My forehead's not shiny like that. No, no shade, but all shade. I'm natural. My forehead is shiny, but this is natural. Okay. It's
No,
natural. These
same.
cheekbones, natural. These under eye bags is natural.
These eye bags, natural.
Eye bags, natural. This oil on my forehead is not of Olay, is natural. I think that is main character energy, just owning who you are, what you are. But I can see reducing yourself in size because someone is either powerful, they have a position of power that you want, they are a higher up in a company, and maybe you're just a grocery bagger, and there's nothing wrong with that, but you might feel that inferior to that type of person if they're a CEO. But I think people need to realize, just because in a situation like that, just because someone else is of a higher authority, it doesn't mean that they're actually better than you. They actually, we seen for an example who just went viral, that CEO of Astronomer is trash of a human being. And he cheated on his wife. And you might be a grocery store bagger, but you are loyal to your wife. You guys have a happy marriage, happy family, happy life. I know this CEO's wife is about to have a happy life because she's going to take him for half of what he's worth. And good for her. And she's already been flaunting on Instagram with her new man. Yes, I've been following the story.
That video is so chaotic. That's like, okay, like, is that main character energy? Like,
so
look.
Where I was going with this was, you could feel small, right? So like maybe his wife felt small because it's like this video blew up and she wasn't expecting to be thrusted into the limelight. And it's like, wow, I'm not as good as this woman that my husband wants to be out with. But now the roles have reversed to where us as a public and society love to support a queen who is coming out on top, who is also going to take him for half of what he's worth with alimony and the kids. So she is clearing house. And now she's, finding her place within this catapulted chaos that she's been thrown into. And now she's becoming that main character energy because we have all shifted our focus from the drama to how is she doing and what is she doing. So don't worry about what someone else is doing, I think, is what I've learned about that main character energy. You can be a main character energy and you can be smaller
Yeah. Yeah.
In places where you feel like your energy isn't worth expressing or show out or showcasing at that moment. You don't, just because your main character energy doesn't mean that you always have to be on and in front.
Exactly. 100%.
Sometimes it just knows taking a step back.
Yeah, and I think going on about that, because I feel like I find myself in those situations where I know that I am main character and I know that I have main character energy, but I do find myself in those situations, which is exactly what you said, where I do feel small. And I guess one of the things that helped me in those situations, and it also helps to be self-aware. I think it's hard to um I think it's hard to make sense of the situation if you lack self-awareness or if you lack the openness to be analytical. But in times where I feel small because of other people, I tend to ask the question of, okay, I know that it's not in a sense, it is about me because I'm letting other people affect me. But then I sort of try to look at the other person and I go, why is the other person acting like that? So why is that person trying to be so big in energy? Are they trying to cover how small they are? And so they try to act big to cover how small they are? Or, like you said, are they in a position of power and so they exert that power? Or in one case, and this happened last weekend. So last weekend, my friends and I went to a Beyonce party. It was like Beyonce all night. And you know what Queen B does to an individual. Queen B brings out La Reina in the person. And so everyone in that room, like what you said before about going into WeHo, like West Hollywood, and feeling small, like going to Sydney Mardi Gras and feeling small. But the second I was in that Beyonce room, everyone was beautiful, right? Because everyone was sharing energy. No one was giving big energy to make other people's feel small. It was like, we're all big energy in here and we're all sharing it. So I try to just have those mindsets of, you said, like, okay, one, it isn't about me, but two, if I then take it to the person that's making me feel this way, why are they making me feel this way? And look, 8 out of 10 times, 7 out of 10 times, because I am an emotionally intelligent person, I can really cut through someone's bullshit and I'm like, you're acting this way because you're acting this way because you are small. Why you gotta act big when you are small? Sit down, honey. Sit down.
Sit down, but you're already sitting down because you're already small.
That's
like
it.
Stand up.
Stand up.
Stand up.
Stand up.
I think another way of feeling small is actually physically, right? In the gay world, like there's HGH, there's gear, there's all these different types of steroids that people are taking, that realistically you can find yourself on Instagram looking and thinking, oh, how come that 23-year-old looks like that and I didn't look like that when I'm 23? Well, boo-boo, because they got heart problems now because they're on gear and they're on steroids and they're on all these testosterone, enhancements. And so they're not natural, but they're massive. And, they're either getting the other massive guys or they're getting, the really hot girls, and they're bisexual and they're getting girls and guys. And you're like, how did they even land one, not let alone both? And so I think a lot of people feel inferior to that as well, because the old saying goes, once you step into the gym, you're forever the smallest person in the gym, meaning like you always need to be bigger than the next.
Of course.
And so I think, I think TikTok is a great thing because it can be a rabbit hole scenario, but TikTok can also show you a variety of types of individuals who are flexing and successful, and they're all shapes and sizes. They're big, they're small, they're twinks, they're fashion novas, they're fashionistas, they're cooks, they're fitness influencers, they're all of the above, and you can find a niche that you fit into. Instead of like, back when we grew up, it was like, oh, I need to be macho, I need to be big, and I need to be like, first of all, I'm very much hairless.
Oh,
not a single like
that head movement, like
trying to show the camera. practically hairless. It's hard for me to grow a mustache, let alone freaking eyebrows. So,
I
like,
actually
I'm never
like
gonna be that.
yeah, and I think like when you're talking about that, I think you and I, how lucky are we to be gay millennials and to like grow up in the time that we grew up, because
Mhm.
we really grew up in a time where social media wasn't fully influencing a lot of what we do. Like there are
Yes.
so many times now when I go out and I see people, and I look at people and I'm like, wow, people are very beautiful. Like, how did they get like that? And then I sort of get closer to them and I hear their conversations and
Mhm.
I can see their features and I go, oh, okay, no, this person is actually in their 20s. Like they're 21, they're 22, they're 23.
Yeah.
Like they're actually, doing what you've said, like doing the enhancement drugs, like getting the fillers,
The Botox,
buying,
the fillers,
buying
lip
exactly,
injections.
exactly buying the clothes that, we as millennials only really wore when we were like in our late 20s to 30s.
When we have
Like
money.
exactly when we had money,
Or
everyone's
higher
like
ratios of credit that we can
yeah, exactly. And
rack
like
up.
everyone these days, like they're buying the fake designer. Like people are really doing what they can to become the main character energy. And so it's
Mhm.
like, I feel like you and I are lucky to have grown up in a time where we weren't so influenced by social media to be the main
Same.
character energy. Like you were really born a main character.
Yes, we are that, right?
Mm,
Like
mm, mm.
we have the personality, and that's one thing I know this next generation doesn't have. Like gay millennials have the personality. Like we were born with it. It's not Maybelline. It's us. It's in the genes. And this new generation of influencers, Gen Zers, there's no personality because this is all the personality that they have. It's their phone.
Exactly.
It's I want to be the next
Exactly.
loudest influence. I want to be yelling into my camera and people are going to start following me because I'm loud. And it's like,
Exactly.
you're loud. You're also annoying in person, but you
And
also don't know
yeah,
how to interact with other people. And when I meet those people in person and there's no
yeah.
personality really going, some of them are lovely, actually. Like some of them are
No,
very lovely and they're just good human
exactly.
beings. But the ones who are the loudest on Instagram are usually the most awkward in person. You're like, oh, you have no personality because you don't know how to
Exactly.
interact with someone else. You just know how to interact with the camera. Like
And
kids don't even do this anymore. When it's like dial the phone, it's like
yeah.
it's so weird.
And that's like the people that are by nature lovely people. Like the thing is that they've made it amazingly well on social media because they know how to market. Whereas, like you said, the other people, they're like, okay, let me increase the volume, let me put on a character so that I
Mm-hmm.
can become the main character rather than just being the main character. It's like, let me just dial everything up to 1,000 to become the main character. And yeah, which, you know what, I think that there's nothing wrong with that. Like if that's what you want to do, that's what you want to do. But like, baby, how much energy does that take? Like that's so much energy, so
It
much.
does. And oh, our new neighbor. Sorry, we got a new neighbor.
Oh my gosh, hey
And
neighbor.
they're moving in their stuff.
Are they cute?
Yes, bitch. My friend Paul is single. Hold on, let me see if they'll come to the.
Wait, are they
No,
are they giving main character energy?
no.
Oh. Oh, so
Oh
this
wait,
isn't the part in their story. Oh
maybe
my
it's
gosh, are they
not our
coming?
new neighbor. Maybe it's someone that's coming to my other neighbor's party who she's having people over tonight. Yep, it's
People.
he's definitely looking for our other neighbor. Dang, Paul, I thought I had you a boo.
That's okay, baby. Thank
Sorry,
you.
y'all. If you want to get at Paul, you can get him at @_ Mr. Bion. All right, Mr. _ Bion. Where were we at before I got distracted?
I feel like we're going on a rant again. We really go on rants.
We always go on a rant. Oh, we always go on a rant. But it wouldn't be a weekend if Russell wasn't ranting. Say that 3 times fast.
It wouldn't be a weekend if Russell wasn't ranting. It wouldn't be a weekend if Russell wasn't ranting. It wouldn't be a weekend if Russell wasn't ranting.
Okay. You're welcome. Okay, hold on. Let me get back on our notes so that we don't get too far off.
Yeah, let's not be gay. Let's actually be focused.
I do have a story.
You
For us.
You have a story.
But I also do know someone. Her name is Aaliyah. She works in entertainment. She works in entertainment news and entertainment red carpet. She went viral about a year ago. The video of Zendaya,
love Zendaya,
wearing the green dress. And there was someone shouting, serving, serving, serving. So that's a girl that we know. Her name is Aaliyah. And she is always serving main character energy just because that's who she is. She naturally has a dominant voice and it overpowers shit. Like she naturally commands a room. And I feel like what she has is what people try to implement and can't succeed because it's not naturally who they are.
And that was a question I wanted to ask you. Like, is that energy natural, or can you learn that energy? Like, can you develop that energy?
You can develop that because I feel like, right, just like culture isn't necessarily what you're born into, it's what you're raised around. So you can have a token white boy friend who was raised around a bunch of Filipinos and they're going to have that in their culture because they were with you. They're going to have the isms. They're going to have the lingo. They're going to have like the one up like Mexicans.
Wait, can I just say?
What? Tell me. You have a white boy.
No, that's Cameron Diaz. Have you seen that video of Cameron Diaz? Like,
Lumpia?
Lumpia. I love
Lumpia. A lot of my neighbors are Filipino.
No, that was Cameron Diaz.
Rice.
Oh my gosh.
I love rice. We always had rice. It was no, girl. It was the mouth, the rice.
Just the fact that she says lumpia.
Lumpia. I love rice. We had rice every day.
And that is main character energy, right? Because she was just being herself.
She was
like she was just being herself. There was no facade.
There was no filter in that.
I'm so sorry. Going back to what you were saying, I just when you said Filipino and white boys, I was like, Cameron Diaz.
But like again, or like if you have the token white boy who was raised in, I'm not gonna say the hood because Mexicans are not from the hood, but you know, like in a Mexican neighborhood, predominantly Mexican neighborhood, they're gonna know what corridos are, and they're gonna know what banda is, and they're gonna know what the reggaeton and all those types of different infusions of music are, and they're going to gravitate towards that when it comes on in any type of like club venue or any like event that they're at. They're going to gravitate towards those things because that's part of their culture. A lot of times we tend to, and I don't know if it's like that in Australia, but a lot of times in the United States, we tend to recognize someone's culture based off of the color of their skin when that's really not what culture is. Culture is based off of the surroundings and your upbringing. So we each have a little bit of different culture, and bringing it back around to main character energy. Certain things you develop because that's your culture. Like if you're around a loud group of friends who they're not loud and annoying. They're just naturally loud and vivacious and lively. That tends to rub off on you. You might not be as loud as the loudest person in your friend group, but you tend to match those levels and become that within yourself. And you find that place within you that's authentic.
And I guess that's me. I just had this random
lumpia.
Stop.
I love rice. She makes the best rice. To be fair, in Long Beach, to be fair, in Long Beach, there are a lot of Filipinos, there are a lot of Mexicans. Like, we are very culturally diverse here. It's if
and
anything,
I
the Caucasian community is a lot less in Long Beach
yeah.
than any other community. This is heavily Mexican, but we already had this conversation. Mexicans and Filipinos are the same.
Yeah, and that's where I think that was the thought that sparked in my brain, which, like, coming from what you said about culture, like, main character energy can just come from the culture that you're in. And I just think of, again, like, all those memes of, and it would relate to you as well. It's like, but I've seen it with the Filipinos, like, normal people talking in a cafe, and it's just like, hello, how are you going? How's your day? Blah, blah, blah. And then it's like me and my Filipino best friend, and they're literally like shaking each other, laughing, like, like slapping each other and shit.
Me and my best friend will hit each other. We'll push each other off of a chair. We'll fall on the floor.
And that's where I go, like, going back to
Main
trying to
character.
think. Yeah, I'm trying to think about what's a good way to say this. I think it's like going back to what you said about culture, and like sometimes someone's culture can influence their main character energy,
Mhm.
and then going back to like what I've said about people acting big to be the main character rather
Mhm.
than just being the main character. They have to inflate themselves and make other people feel small to be the main character. um you know I that when you come from a culture that's humble and that's built on love and built on community, you're able to have that natural energy, whereas when you come from a culture
Can't
that
relate.
oh,
Just kidding.
oh. Okay, well, maybe you relate to the next thing I was going to say, which was, maybe if you have come from a culture that um I don't know, has a sense of privilege, or
Nope,
then like
can't
you
relate.
you are lumpia.
Rice. Oh my gosh, Paul makes the best rice.
like if you do come from a culture that has a bit of privilege there, like maybe there you are making yourself bigger to
Mhm.
be the main character, which then makes other people feel inferior. And yeah, I like that you touched on that a culture can make someone, because you look at like all of my Brazilian friends,
Mhm.
they are main character energy, like, but again, that's just the culture of like growing up with a Brazilian like culture. Like you have that like sense of energy. And so yeah, it's I love that you brought up culture as like as an influencing factor to main character energy.
Mhm. It's
Mm.
very much so. Culture can play a huge factor in your main character energy, because some cultures you are told to be inferior, whether
Mm.
it's your elders or whether it's towards um foreigners. Like, you're taught to be inferior, to not make yourself at the front line. You give to others, and others come before yourself. One example that I would know offhand is Italians, right? They're big
Mm.
energy, but
Mm-hmm.
Italian mothers, everyone else comes first. And then they eat last. But when they snap
Mm.
and when they tell you to move, you are moving, right? Which is that nice balance. And I think that's what I want people to understand, is you don't always
Mm.
need to be the loudest,
Mm.
boldest person
Mm-hmm.
in the room.
Yeah.
And I can speak from experience. There are times where I'm like, this is not my place.
Oh,
Um,
100%. Yeah.
and so it's time to let someone else shine, because people might not understand my jokes because my
Mm.
culture is different. But when I'm surrounded by like-minded people who are like me, it's
Yeah.
like I'm shining, we're laughing. It even, like, for example, it took me a minute to integrate myself at the barbershop, right? And
Mm.
then,
Mm.
because it was a new space. I never really had conversations at the barbershop. I was always just kind of there, let
Yeah.
them know what I wanted.
Yeah.
And
Yeah. Yeah.
then I found out that, like, I'm the funny one at the barbershop. So, like, every time I come in, they're like, yo, what stories do we have this time? And I'm like, going in.
It's so funny you say that, because I think about that every time I go to the barber as well. And so, I'm so loyal to my barber. Like,
Mhm.
if I could be in a committed loyal relationship. It's with a barber. And so, you know, my barber back in Adelaide, I was with him for years. And you know what I thought was funny, and that's why I've noticed it now when I've found my new barber that I've committed to here in Melbourne. I love you. Now that I've found him, like, and I've noticed, okay, it's exactly. I was worried that I wouldn't have the same level of connection that I have with my barber here that I did back in Adelaide. And, you know, now that I think about it, when I was traveling as well, like back in Amsterdam, I had a barber over there as well that I saw like 2-3 times, and it was the same energy. And it was, you know, exactly what you said, where I've gone into the barber shop and I'm like, you know, I don't go in there being like freaking loud from the entrance. I go in there being like, my, you know, just my calm, demure self, but composed self. But the second I'm in that chair and the conversation just starts flowing, like all the other chairs are listening and laughing to the shit that me and my barber are talking about. And it's like, I'm not trying to be the one having the conversation across the room. It just it just naturally happens. And it's just,
that's what happened with us too. Like I went in there and started at one barbershop before he transferred to another barbershop, but
so you're not loyal.
The other one was a lot grander, like not in like it wasn't better or worse. There was just a lot more people in there, so you can tend to get lost in your corner there. But at this one, it's a lot more intimate. There's about 5 barbers in this one, and last week, and like sometimes I just don't care, like not about offending anybody, but just like, if you're going to throw yourself into the ring, like I'm going to laugh at you. Right. So we were talking about how people go crazy over random things. And if there are aliens, and my barber's like, of course I believe in there's aliens, like that. Who do you think dropped the Stanley Cups out of midair to see all the people on Earth fight over Stanley Cups? And I was like, oh my God. I was like, look, with these Stanley Cups, I was like, you know, what's funny is like, I was like, you know, I'm gay. I have a hydro flask. I was like, but what's funny to me is when I'm at the gym and there's these big macho guys and they're like, have their Stanley Cup, like, oh, you're so important with your Stanley Cup and your straw and your handle. And this guy, like, who's getting his haircut next to me is like, yo, low key, I feel like I've been attacked. He's like, because I have a Stanley Cup. He's built like that, right? So, and we all started laughing at him, and I was like, "Oh, you're so important."
That's funny.
And like everyone started chiming in, and then to make matters worse, I was retelling the story today. Like we were talking about the story today in the barbershop, and I'm like, you know, it's like it is what it is. Like I was like, I had to stand 10 toes down. Like I was making fun of a straight man who walks around the gym with a Stanley Cup because that's a gym girlies type of thing, right? And like, we always got made fun of for being gay or like giving off gay vibes. So like, gay vibes now with the Stanley Cup, right? And so we were laughing about it and like backtracking about what happened last week. And the guy to my right again, it wasn't the same guy, it was a different guy. He was like, "Yo, I have a Stanley Cup."
So do you think those guys, like last week you and I talked about DL guys, do you think there may be DL
the one
guys?
Today was a little pretty, so I think maybe there could be something going on there with our community. I'm glad I didn't make any short jokes today because he was like 5 shit. Just kidding. He was like 5. He was like 5'5", 5'6". Anytime someone's 5'6", I'm like, oh, you're like 5 shit.
Do you like a short king?
Yeah. I don't have anything against it. Like you just gotta have body, like whatever you are.
Body.
You know what I mean? Like my best friend is into twinks, and I just because it makes him feel more masculine.
Oh, okay.
I don't care if you're big, you're small. I've been with someone who's 6'4". I've been with someone who's 5'5". Like I will tackle you either way. Like it don't matter. Like like
okay.
You know what I mean? Like
those arms, okay.
Baby, he's been lifting, child. Main character energy. The left one's a little struggling, but you know it's there. She's showing up.
They're sharing. Oh, those chesticles.
Oh, you know what? Oh my gosh. Okay, so.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, so like after I have a good pump now, I've noticed my shirt starts to levitate where like there's like an empty space between my pec,
I'm
like in the center of my
levitating.
pecs, where I could literally drop like my keys down and it'll fall straight down because there's enough space. I'm like, it's not just flat anymore.
Then you like, oh, oops, I dropped my keys.
Oops,
Oh,
I'm just gonna put my phone right here to hold for a second. Okay.
oh, it fell to the ground.
Oh, there's so much space.
One thing that I'm thinking about now is because we've talked about how like you don't have to be the biggest in the room, you don't have to put on a facade. Like sometimes main character energy just comes naturally, but I want to talk about hacks now, like because I do think that you can get main character energy. I think that a lot of my main character energy has stemmed from me really understanding myself and really living in my genuine self and genuinely being myself. Like my main character comes from me being true to who I am. But I think a little hack, and this is my little hack that I think about all the time, it's like, how do you compose yourself? So like literally just like to the people that don't know how to do it or feel like they're small, literally the next time you're walking, like think about your posture and just walk with like your chest up and your chin up. Don't look down. Like don't look down, chin up, chest out. Yep, smile. Like,
Squeeze them shoulders in the back. Squeeze those wings together.
but do you already feel a bit more confident? Like, do you know what I
Who are you
mean? Like,
talking to?
look at
Me?
you.
Talk to
Oh,
people like you.
okay. It was that fast. It was that fast.
Oh, yeah. Me? Never.
Okay. See, I'll just leave this podcast now. Bye.
Yeah, girl, no. Goodbye. Camera's on me now. Thank you. Oh my god. I'm so glad we're back to the main character.
Okay, wait. Let's just have a quick segment now. So put the camera on you and give me like. Okay, so me. Okay, let me give main character. Wait, no. Okay, well, this is my main character energy. Like it's me being like awkward, and then it's like, but I'm me, and that is the main character energy. Oh my gosh, my neighbors.
Okay.
Okay, your turn. Serve us main character energy. Wait, you need to take the camera off of me.
Please hold. Please hold. I'm working on it. I got lost in the sauce.
Oh, you're so main character energy that you don't even know how to put the camera on yourself. You need other people to do. Oh.
Not you. Not me putting you to. Not me putting you to sleep.
Oh. Yes, it's giving. It's giving
How
main
are you
character.
today? Oh, excellent.
Oh.
I'm doing very well, thank you.
Okay, so she knows how she's doing.
She's very posh. Very posh.
Very posh.
I wear the little Gucci dress. The little Gucci dress or the little.
She wears the little Gucci dress and she loves it. She's the main character, honey. She loves it.
Honestly, I feel like I shine most when there's laughter involved or like dancing involved. I don't care to be, how can I say? I don't care to be the most boisterous one in the room. I could care less about that because I feel like sometimes those people actually aren't funny or entertaining. People just entertain it because they're used to it.
Yeah, and it's funny you say that because I always think of like, I love to dance. And so when I get into that flow of me dancing and me going crazy and hey, and then the DJ goes, all right, I want a dance circle now. I want someone in the middle. And people are pushing me into the middle. I literally go like, oh, no, I'm okay.
Same,
I'm okay.
I freeze.
Like,
I'm like,
I'm fine. And then like, while there's a dance circle going on in the middle, I've created my main show over there. I'm like, there's a dance circle there, but the main show is in that corner where I've retreated to because I'm shy and I'm dancing. Like,
Same. It's so awkward when
shy.
people want to tell you when to be main character. Like I've had that where they throw you in the circle and you're like, I don't want to be in the circle. Like this is my time to enjoy you all. You enjoy me on a regular because you're lucky, but like we get to enjoy you today, and that's okay. But you know, like I know when to shine. When I'm on stage at Bingo Loco, like I am shining. I have been pulled to the side multiple times. So there's a rave round where just the DJ gets to play and I come off stage. It's my like little water snack break. I'm doing my thing. And every single time I've had a show, someone off to the side, like as soon as I get off stage, they hug me. They want to take pictures with me. They're like, oh my God, I love your energy. Like you're so entertaining. You're so funny. Like the show is so good. Like I didn't know what to expect. I'll get DMs, which I need to start screenshotting for my press kit, but I'll get like DMs or comments. And no, look, press kits are very important because that's how you up your fee, child. Okay. So
and this is where you are the true performer, like, and that's where it's like you are professionally a performer, whereas I am naturally a performer. But that's where because when you said DM, I literally just see DMs of people like, "Yo, you're cute. Yo, I saw your stage."
I've had that, and I'm like, T, thank you. You know,
talk to you later.
Yeah, like TTYL, buy tickets to the next show. I'll let you know when I'm back in town. But you know, like I will get those DMs. Like there's been a couple times where someone was like, this girl specifically, she messaged me and she's like, I brought my younger brothers, and she's like, I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know if we were like, I didn't know if we were going to be included in the show. And like anybody that knows me knows I really try to work my crowd.
Yeah.
Like I even had this one time where someone was in a wheelchair and they didn't have one leg, or
visibility.
They didn't have both legs.
But they couldn't see. Is that what you're trying
No,
to
they
say
could
there?
see, but a lot of our challenges in the show
standing up
require you to get on stage. And so you know, a true performer knows how to pivot and pivot quick. And so it was still a dance competition because I'm not going to I'll alter it to fit that person and their needs. However, I feel like they should be able to enjoy that moment and challenge just like anybody else would be able to. Like, I'm not going to switch the challenge on them because I'm like, you know, you're missing legs. We just went about it a different way. And what we did was we brought it off stage into the middle of the room. The lighting guys were perfect on it. They shined the light right in the middle. We had a whole dance challenge together. It was a great time. And she stopped me after the show and she was like, I was going to roll on stage. She's like, I didn't care. I was going to get up there. And I was like, no, girl, I wasn't going to make you do that. Like if you had told me that you wanted to do that, I would have let you. But I also wanted to make this experience enjoyable for you. So again, like that is my place to shine, is on stage in front of thousands of people. It's sometimes not in a room of 10. Because
okay, you're saying I perform for a room of 10 while you perform for a room of thousands. Okay.
You know, it's either a small group of 5 at the barbershop or it's thousands in a venue. The 10 is we're all 10s, but I don't know about 10 people if that will work for me specifically.
Okay, so now you're making yourself bigger so that I feel smaller. So I'm going to go and analyze you and be like, this is coming from a place of your insecurity.
No, baby, you're just a chicken nugget and I'm the whole chicken, okay? I'm the whole saline injected sea salt, water infused chicken from Costco, girl, okay? All the meat.
Well, you know what? Sometimes chicken nuggets, they give you a little bit of like, exactly. They're just like,
hey, dip them in a little bit of barbecue sauce, baby. You are delicioso, okay?
The best thing is, oh my gosh, again, I don't know how many times I've said this, but chicken nuggets in Amsterdam.
Baby. Yes.
McDonald's Amsterdam. Oh.
I have a thing. I try every McDonald's in every country that I go to.
Yes, because you have to. There's a different main character in every McDonald's in every country.
You want to know how I know I'm a fat ass? Because you
have a fat ass.
When I was in, you're not wrong. That is a main character in itself, girl. I have to compete with that person. I have to compete with her, let alone the rest of the world.
That's so true.
I went to Brighton,
Yeah.
UK, which is
You
like the gay
did.
capital of the United Kingdom.
It is.
And I went to McDonald's and I'm
Yeah,
like, ooh,
yeah.
cute, a little 20 piece, right? Like I'm used to a little 20 piece. Like just that's a snack, right?
Yeah.
It says feeds 3 to 4 people. And I was like, you fat bitch. You've been eating for 3 to 4 people your whole life.
You know what?
Like, oh no.
No, that's why there is Uber Eats. Like tonight, I'm gonna
Not be
order.
shamed.
Exactly, tonight I'm probably gonna order 2 or 3 pizzas, and that Uber Eats delivery driver is gonna be like, "Have a fun party for one."
For one, bitch, me and all my personalities are gonna have a piece. Okay, everyone's gonna get a slice. It might be Paul, might be Paulina, it might be Paulette, but everybody's gonna have a slice. Okay.
Oh my gosh. I just want to quickly say something though. So I think as well, going back to main character energy and that example that you gave about, you know, the person in the wheelchair, like you said, sometimes as main characters we have to know when to step back, or like not even when to step back. It's just to to have the humbleness to allow other people to shine. Like you probably gave her main character energy moment. Like who knows if she feels that way, like, but you allowed her to have a main character moment, if that makes sense. Like,
Girl, look,
because
I plan
you
on
don't have
shouting
to.
her out
Yeah.
this weekend at my show. I fly up tomorrow.
Yeah.
I fly up tomorrow to the city that I'm going to, and she's going to
Mm.
be there. She had already told me that night that they were buying
Aw.
tickets to come tonight,
That's so
not even
cute.
knowing that I was going to be hosting this event. So it's actually going to be a bit of a surprise.
Oh,
And this podcast will be released after the fact.
I'm gonna cry.
And so I plan on, you know, coming out on stage and be like, I'm back, you know, getting an update on her because she was granted prosthetics. And so she was very excited. It was going to be the first time that her 7-year-old daughter seen her walk. I don't know the logistics of actually what happened, and like it held a really special place in my heart because for most people who don't know, I'm missing 2 of my fingertips, and I lost them as a child. So when that moment happened, like everybody in the audience was taking shots because, you know, she made that announcement, and we're all excited. So I'm so excited tomorrow to follow up. I don't want to put her name on blast because, you know, I don't know how she feels about me throwing her name on the podcast.
I don't think you need to. Yeah.
Tomorrow in the audience, I'm going to ask for her by name because I want an update about where she's at. She might even come tomorrow with, you know, with her prosthetics, and you know, and if that's the case, she's definitely coming on stage with me. Because I love to highlight people who are, you know, doing the thing in life. And I always try to celebrate people. And I always try not to celebrate people that I don't like. But people that I do like, we love to celebrate. You know what my toxic trait is?
Loving but hating.
No, okay, so I love everybody, right? I really do. I really enjoy people. It's just I work with people a lot, so I can't always people, right?
Yeah, exactly.
And I really do love celebrating other people. Even more than I love celebrating myself, but I love doing that in my own way with myself,
with other people, or through
just
oh no, moment of the week.
I love celebrating myself in my ways because I don't need to show out to celebrate myself, right? You know, some people are like, you know, it's my birthday today, and they're like, it's my birthday today. Oh, did you give me a birthday shout out today? Like, I don't need to do all that because to me, it's like, you know, if you're close to me and we're celebrating together, great. If not, then I'm gonna take a trip and I'm gonna go somewhere in the world and it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna celebrate. And I'm gonna have a good time either way. But I do love celebrating other people's successes. I love celebrating other people's achievements because I know what it is to pick yourself up from the bootstraps. I know what it's like to put yourself through college. I know what it's like to make your own payments and to do things and to struggle and to make it. So I do love celebrating other people. But my toxic trait is bitch. My toxic trait is when I put a birthday reminder on Facebook about someone that I don't really mess with anymore or that I don't really like anymore, but we haven't like we're
That
still
is
kind of like
you.
that awkward friendship on Facebook. I'm like, ooh,
Yeah.
I gotta block them. I forget I gotta block them. Like, boop, block
That is you. Oh
on
my
their
gosh.
birthday. And
Not
my
on their
best friend laughs
birthday.
every time. I'm like, oh my god, it's such and such birthday. Oh my god, such a oh. I don't know. I got blocked this person because it's their birthday and I forgot I followed them still, right? And it is like the funniest thing because it's not really out of malicious. It's just because there's no relationship anymore, and it doesn't necessarily need to be a block, but it's like it's an unfollow, it's a declutter because I want to again celebrate the people that I'm interacting with or close with or who communicate with me. And you know how the algorithm works. You don't always see that because you're following so many people.
Yeah,
I'm
they
like,
give
oh,
you
I
what you
gotta
want.
remove them. Gotta block them. Let me hit that little button real quick. And it's my friend dies every single time. He's like, I can't
He's
take
like,
you
well,
serious.
Oh.
We have
well,
someone
I'll
in the
remember that.
comments, Isuela Media, and has been commenting the entire show. Says, "Oh no, and laughing face, muscles.
Oh my god.
Tata's on point. Be true to yourself authentically. Your main character energy of your universe. Goddamn, a 20-piece snack, Peach. And then this most recent my story of me unfollowing people or blocking them. The title was El Tóxico.
I love tits on point.
Okay, I have a viewer story.
Okay.
That I want to get into because we are coming up to our hour, and Paul and I are very conscious now. We're trying not to supersede an hour, but it happens. We're gay. We're not time friendly. So someone submitted a story, and so they said, for most of my life, I played small. I was the funny one, the supporting act, the person who made everyone else shine. At weddings, I wore a black suit. At work, I muted my options, which I'm not gonna knock that because muted tones are cute and sometimes they look better on my skin tone. So I tend to have muted colors. Never really rocked the boat, always kind of knew my place. But for my cousin's wedding last year, something in me snapped. I showed up in a silky emerald green backless gown, fully done up, nails, hair, the works. People were absolutely gagged and I was living for it. At first, I felt like I made a huge mistake because people were actually gagged. Then someone literally applauded. Like, literally, if you could put your hands together like Nancy Pelosi type of applaud, like, yes, bitch, that is you, is how I felt. By the end of the night, strangers were asking me for photos. A little gay cousin thanked me for being brave.
Aww.
And someone called me the Beyonce of the buffet line.
That one moment changed
everything. I realized I was never too much. I was just around people used to too little. I haven't dimmed my light since, and I feel like other people shouldn't either.
I think
that's a good story.
Like, I think that there's literally nothing else to say after that. Like, that is the perfect closeout. Like, do not let anyone allow you to dim your light. Like, if you have this energy inside of you, if you have this main character inside of you and you need it to shine, then let it shine, honey. Like, don't let anyone dim your light. Like,
let it shine. And if you want to take a fashion risk, take a fashion risk. You know, the only way you're going to learn if it works on you is to take the risk. Other things, I feel like we should give some tips on how to up your main character confidence or just confidence in general is put on an outfit that makes you feel good. Put on an outfit, put on an outfit that makes you feel good. Go get your hair done the way that you want to do it. If you don't know how to do your makeup and you've always wanted to have that snatch face, go take a makeup class. Go, get on YouTube. Like people on YouTube, Patrick Starr, didn't always know how to do makeup. Patrick Starr actually got turned down by some ideas at Mac, only to later have a line at Mac. So you got to start somewhere. Like I'm even still adjusting to my own styles. I'm taking risks with like oversized pants and like chunky shoes. And I wore a crop top the other day. It It wasn't too
Bitch,
much.
bitch, that's my style.
It was big cutouts in the arms, little crop top, flowy, a little nip slip could have happened. It didn't. And everybody knows I love a baseball hat. So I had an orange baseball hat. It was a cream crop top. And I had on some black flowy beach pants. And I had my little white funky shoes.
You were giving what's that? But high tops. You were giving high tops gay.
Giving high tops gay. And you know what? Like, certain things work on me and certain things don't. And I'm very aware of that. Something like, and that's the fun part about finding.
Like, you could have rocked the Gucci bag with the bag charms.
Like, see, like that wouldn't look good on me. Right? Because I got hairy armpits. Like, it just wouldn't work. Lil Boo Boo, I would be outshining Lil Boo Boo. Is that Lil Boo Boo?
This is Crybaby.
Put her in the camera. I want to see.
This is Crybaby and Teddy Lou.
And this is Gucci from...
This is Gucci from San Francisco. It's vintage Gucci.
From vintage Gucci, 1968. Get into it. Yes. The white leather complimentary. Stand up and show me your outfit. Take a twirl. Go back to the sliding glass door and come back. Give him a twirl. You're off camera.
No, I'm shy now.
Go into the middle of the circle. It's your turn to dance.
No, we need to finish this. We need to finish the episode because I'm shy.
So that's my tips. Like, I personally I feel like I'm always at my best game when I have something that clothing wise that I feel comfortable in. I feel like clothing. A haircut. Baby, a haircut will change my whole vibe instantly.
It's like
barbers
are important. An instant.
Yes.
Barbers are important. It's like an instant power. Like, it's a superpower, a haircut.
Yes, like a haircut will make you invincible. Like, a haircut will make you gay. I don't know, I'm not gonna say that.
Will make you
That's
gay.
For the OnlyFans version.
Which, speaking of the OnlyFans version, subscribe to the Good Day Gay.
Subscribe to the Good Day Gay podcast on Spotify and iTunes. It comes out on Sundays in the United States, Mondays in Australia. So that way you can enjoy us on the way to work.
I actually had a thought, right? Like, so we have this podcast. Should we have an after hours paid for OnlyFans podcast?
I don't know. What do the viewers think? Leave us a comment. Let us know. Would you pay for an after hours unfiltered moment that our corporate entities are not going to see because it has a paywall? And would you...
Not the paywall.
It has a paywall, and we would know exactly who's subscribing. So at that point, would you be interested in an unfiltered, uncensored, maybe I'm going to have my shirt off in it, podcast video version of us? We already have one, yes. How much are you willing to pay a Suelo Media? Because we need a price point. Price points are important because I'm going to have my buddy Garrett run the numbers. Pauly B is also good with finances, so we're gonna have him run the numbers. But let us know how much you would pay. Like, I'm not trying to be free 99, right? I'm trying to be.
I think it would be like $3. Yeah, exactly.
$5.99 is the number. $5.99. We can get you up to $6.50, and I'll show my feet, and that is what it is.
And with that.
I hope nobody ever finds this when we make it big. I hope when they do, they're like, yo, they are actually really funny and we missed out on the first 3 seasons, so we need to go back and rewatch like
Toes for Bros. Toes for Bros. Toes for Bros. Oh my
Toes for Bros, here we come. Anyways, our no moment of the week. Quickly, go.
Toes for Bros.
Is your no moment of the week?
Toes for Bros.
I guess that'll be mine too.
No.
Anyways, y'all, thanks for being here. We'll see you next week on Good Day Gay Podcast. Bye.
Sorry, surprise.